Alright, so I'm about to start on our brine for our turkey, and I actually found this little brine mix at Lowe's of all places. They had a few different flavors, and we got the savory herb. I believe there was a Cajun and one other one, I can't remember, but I think they were $9.98, and it comes with all of your brine seasonings, a pretty decent sized pack. It also comes with a spice rub to put on after we brine our turkey tomorrow, and a brine bag to put the turkey and everything in there to try and keep the mess pretty low. So, like I said, I'm just making up our brine. All we're gonna do is bring 4 quarts of water to a boil. We're gonna add all of our brine seasonings plus 2 cups of sugar. And we're just gonna let that simmer. Let's see, directions are on the back. You dissolve the brine mix, sugar, and 4 quarts of water in a large pot and heat until just dissolved. You remove from heat and wait 15 minutes, add ice water and vinegar and stir to cool. And when it cools down, we'll add the turkey and all of that stuff. So first, let's get our brine made up. So Darren got our turkey out and cleaned up and all of the gross parts out of it. What do you take out?
The giblets and the neck.
So I'll let him do that. We're gonna get it in the pan and get it in the brine. So I'm just using 2 bowls to have enough to add cold water to our brine. You don't want to add really hot water to your raw turkey. That can get your turkey to an unsafe temperature, so you want to make sure your brine is completely cold. We're adding some ice in there, but like I said, I'm just using 2 vessels because I don't have one huge pot. But it doesn't really matter as long as you get it cooled down enough to go over top of your turkey. And our directions on our little turkey brine kit say to add a little bit of vinegar to the brine. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit in each one since I'm not sure how much we'll use. And you can do this several different ways. We're just using a big roasting pan on a cookie sheet. We're obviously gonna pop this in the fridge overnight for it to brine and marinate. But you can put this in a cooler if you don't have anything. But obviously you need to wash your cooler really good afterwards. I would suggest getting a brine bag if you can, because just to be safe. But anyway, you can just put in a brine bag, a pan, a big food grade bucket if you have one.
Any igloo cooler.
Anything that will hold a turkey plus all the brine. So we're gonna seal it up, get it pretty much all the air out, and it's going into the fridge for a little sleepover. All right, good morning to the turkey. He's back from his refrigerator sleepover. We're just gonna get it out now, get it out of that brine, give it a good rinse and dry, and then we're gonna add the spice rub. It smells good, don't it? Alright, so we're gonna stuff the turkey with just some onions that we quartered. We don't do stuffing inside the turkey just because it can kind of get a little iffy with temperatures and all that good stuff. So we have an amazing southern cornbread dressing recipe. I'll link that video below if you want to do that. We just make ours as a side dish. Oh my gosh, those onions are making my eyes water. Now we're going to inject the turkey with a little bit of the Tony Chachere's, the butter flavor. It's a Creole style injectable marinade, and I've heard a lot of people using this. I don't think we've ever used it, but we're going to try it today. So it's going to get our turkey moved over to this roasting pan that I picked up from Walmart. I went ahead and got it so that way the turkey would kind of sit up out of the juices. We want that skin to get crispy all around, so went ahead and picked that up. It was only about $8. Now we're just adding a little bit of olive oil, and then we're gonna do the spice rub that came in the little brine kit, and this guy will be ready to go out to the smoker.
So I got the grill preheated to 225. Everything's clean.
time going on?
Right here.
So, how long?
11:30 for about 5-6 hours.
It's 11:30 right now, so we're thinking about 5 or 6 hours. Night night again time. So this wreath, I've had it for years and years. It was actually my mom's, and then she gave it to me. But anyway, since I've had it for so long, I keep having to change out some of the little decor pieces every so often. You can see that the berries on here are definitely a little bit faded. I added these little poinsettia picks a few years ago, and they still look pretty good, so I'm gonna leave those. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to just pull these out. I'm pretty sure I have some red berries that I can just stick in. So the actual wreath itself, I love it because it has all these different little, you know, greenery types. So I want to keep it, and I don't mind just kind of sprucing it up every few years. And of course I'm going to change out this bow as well. I might can get it to fluff, but it's been on here a couple years and I didn't use it last year. We'll see. Alright, y'all might remember I hauled all these Christmas bows a few weeks ago. I got this big one to put on the front door, and then I just get these little 98-cent bows that look like this for the rest of the wreath. They're cheap, easy, they look cute, and they're cheap enough where if they fade, and they will, I can just buy new ones every year. Alright, I am over here. I got a mess working on mashed potatoes. We're just doing some box stuffing tonight since it's not the real deal. And then in here is our turkey. I will show y'all. It looks so yummy. So can't wait to cut into that. Also got green bean casserole in here staying warm. I'm gonna show y'all my secret for the best, most easy, fluffy, the best texture, buttery mashed potatoes you'll eat. And this secret actually came from one of you guys. I've made mashed potatoes so many times here on my channel, and I don't know which video it was. The last time I made it, somebody said, heat up your butter in the microwave, melt it along with your milk before you pour it in. And y'all wouldn't think that would make the biggest difference just doing that, but it does. It makes it so just rich and buttery, and also keeps it fluffy, along with how I'm gonna mash them, which is gonna be with a hand mixer. It's not like a huge secret or anything, but I always used to think a hand mixer would make them too gummy. But as long as you don't do it too much, and heat up your butter and milk before you pour it in, because if you pour in that butter and milk cold, it's gonna cool down your potatoes, and it's also gonna make them kind of gummy. So do this, use the hand mixer. I'm gonna show y'all, and they're gonna be perfect, I promise. All right, my potatoes are nice and tender, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt, some pepper, and you can add other seasonings if you want, like garlic powder, anything like that. But this is just the basic mashed potatoes, and then a little bit of that warm butter and milk. I'm just gonna start with a little bit. I'm only making a little bit of mashed potatoes tonight. And then, like I said, we're gonna mash these and mix in that butter and milk at the same time on just a low speed, because like I said, we don't want to overmix. I think last time I used butter and heavy cream, and of course that was really good too. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and add in the rest of that butter and milk, but I'm not gonna beat it anymore. I'm just gonna fold that in. So that way we're not over mixing. I'm gonna fold the rest of this butter and milk in. I keep wanting to say cream. And y'all, these are the most smooth, fluffy mashed potatoes. Of course, you can make them as thick or as thin as you want, but I think these are perfect right here. You could pop these in a baking dish, put a few more pats of butter on top and bake them. So good. All right, y'all, here's our miniature little Thanksgiving spread. We just got the stovetop cornbread dressing. Like I said, I'll have the real deal, the best recipe, linked down below. We have creamy mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, which is also the best in my opinion. I'll link that below as well. I'm pretty sure it's in the same video as the homemade southern dressing, homemade cranberry sauce, and then Darren can't have a mini Thanksgiving without deviled eggs, so I just made a few of those. And now let's see the turkey. That skin is nice and crispy. If you like your skin crispy, now we're gonna cut into it and see how it is. The girls are over here wanting a turkey leg.
And I'm curly drawing.
Alright y'all, I don't know if it's PC to show your plate when you're eating off of it, but I'm going to, because if y'all don't take your cranberry sauce, get you a bite of turkey, and then get you a bite of dressing, you gotta have that trio right there. Let me get it to focus. That is Thanksgiving on your fork. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. That turkey, so good.